When they came for people of color, you said nothing. When they came for immigrants, you said nothing. When they came for gay people, you said nothing. When they came for trans people, you said nothing. When they came for women, you said nothing. When they came for children, you said nothing. But now that it's finally affecting your friends, your family, yourself, your husband, now you want to say something? Because obviously you can't have any empathy, unless it actually affects you. You keep saying that leftists are too emotional, they're snowflakes, that they have too much emotion for people. Have you ever thought about the fact that maybe you just don't know what empathy is? Maybe it's because you've never been loved in your life, so you don't know how to have compassion for other people. Maybe the radicalized people, the people who are too woke, maybe they just have kindness in their hearts.
Let's try a little thought experiment. Who do you think is a bigger problem in the United States? Illegal immigrants and gay people? Or billionaires not paying taxes, corporations price gouging us so we can't afford food, and investment firms buying single-family homes so that they price us out of being able to buy a home? Which one do you think is the bigger problem? I'm so confused how the top 1% in the country convinced poor people that other poor people are their biggest problem.
Listen, I'm not a ace or a dime myself, so I don't like to come for other women's physical appearance, but I'm telling you right now, something about the quality of MAGA women's hearts makes them age like spoiled milk. Carolyn Levitt, that new press secretary, she's 27 years old. Good for her for girl bossing it into the White House, which is a job, according to her own faith, that she shouldn't even be holding. Make that one make sense. And Laura Loomer being 31, don't even get me started. Ugh. Pretty hearts just age more gracefully, and you can see it on full display.
Hello good people, welcome back to the channel. This is Awake in Africa and I'm your host Bearmod. Of course, this is your #1 channel, the thought-provoking channel. This is where we have deep conversations, and today I'm still on Trump, and not just Trump but his voters. FAFO season continues. So Trump voters have been shocked amid total economic chaos. And you know, sometimes I think about these people who went out to vote for Trump. Yes, it was their choice, it was their own opinion, but how could not have seen all these things that Trump is trying to do? And by the way, Trump was very open-minded. Trump was very transparent. He said all these things. So them realizing the economic chaos resulting from his policies, particularly tariffs and mass deportations, which are driving prices up, it amazes me. How didn't you see this? One voter expressed discontent, claiming they didn't sign up for this, despite Trump's clear promises that promises, and the narrative emphasizes the importance of being an informed voter and acknowledging personal responsibility. I can say that these voters were not responsible. So I like us to watch this video from these different speakers. All right, and then I'll come back with my comment. But before that, kindly take me to 100 subscribers. I'm at 60 subscribers. If you watch this video, kindly hit the subscribe button and kindly question. And if you've done that, then thank you. Give me a like, leave a comment, and share. Turn on post notifications so that every time I post a new video, you'll be the first person to get notified and get to watch it. This is Awake in Africa. I'm Bemo. Let us get on with the video.
Display.
If one Social Security payment is missed, and I mean just one round of Social Security payments, if it does not hit bank accounts when it is supposed to, we will be in a very interesting place in this country. You don't f with the money. Elon Musk is f***ing with the money, and he's about to find out what happens when you f with the money.
So I just found out that Coca-Cola was working with immigration and they reported their own employees to immigration so they would get deported. Is that right, Coca-Cola? That's what you did? All right. Goodbye to you, motherfuckers. Pepsi it is. Pepsi drinker from here on out.
So Trump just revoked the sensitive locations policy, which was a policy that prevented ICE from doing arrests and deportations in sensitive locations like hospitals and schools. So let's just talk about what that means, right? It means that this Trump administration and all of you who voted for him do not give a shit if people
because of their citizenship status. Protect life, who, where? Not you guys. No, you're like, you want people to be afraid to access healthcare that they need because of their citizenship status. So f***ed up. You are fine with them dying of treatable and preventable causes because of their citizenship status. Disgusting. And many of you claim to be righteous Christians, and that is why you voted for Trump and the Republican Party. So just ask yourself, just think about what Jesus would say if he was like, we have to heal the sick, and you're like, wait, but they're not citizens here, so no. Like, come on. And then schools. So in other words, children who will be afraid to go to school, afraid to access all of that opportunity that the U.S. has to offer because of their citizenship status, which is arguably not their fault and not their choice.
Now, this is the first we've seen in almost a decade. So this boomer MAGA voter recorded himself showing how remorseful he is about voting for Donald Trump. He said, and I quote, "Voting for him is the worst decision I've ever made." Like, really? Take a look at this.
All I can say, I was a dumbass, voted for Trump only because of my beliefs. People around me encouraged it. I can think for myself, yes. But I felt at the time that was the better choice. Now I'm looking at it with everything going on. It was the worst decision I ever made. I wanted not to vote. But people said you won't be able to have a say in anything if you don't vote. I totally regret this. I shouldn't have voted at all.
If you voted for Trump, I hope that all of the bad things that you wish for other people or that this administration intends to do to other people boomerangs back onto you, lands on you, your head, and all of your loved ones that voted for this as well, and has an insurmountable impact on your entire lineage for generations to come. And so it is.
So crisis averted. Canada and Mexico both have reprieves from tariffs. And I am just wondering if all those people on the right who for the last week or two have been telling us that tariffs are going to make us the richest, greatest country ever because they're this amazing thing for our economy, how it will inject $1 trillion a year into our economy, all the ways they were selling the tariffs as being this super important thing that we must do. But suddenly we must not. It's apparently they're not that important. And there's another thing that happened that might have had something to do with the tariffs. Yeah, this is what happened right before the deal was struck with Mexico and before the deal was struck with Canada. OPEC Plus said, no, we're not lowering oil prices. Funny how that worked, huh?
If no one's going to say it, I'll say it. If it takes you being personally affected by what is going on in this country, if it takes you, a white person, I can assume, if it takes you being personally affected by what's going on in the country right now to start paying attention, I'm sorry, but we're not the same. I'm sorry. We do not share the same morals. We do not share empathy. And we do not share a table. You do not get my ear, my eyes, or my motherfucking attention. If it takes you being personally affected to give a shit that families are being ripped apart, that trans people are being denied existence, that equal rights initiatives are being taken away, if it takes you being personally affected and your gas prices going up and your egg prices going up and now you're mad, hi, welcome to the conversation. But we are not the same. Let's just draw that line in the sand really quick. You and me, not the same, not friends, not peers, not equals. Welcome to the revolution, but back of the line.
I'm in San Juan, Puerto Rico right now, and I just ordered at a local restaurant, and I got a Modelo, and this local dude was like, "Is that a Modelo? That's an extra 25%. He smiled. I was like, "I know, I am so sorry. I did not vote for that guy. Everywhere I go, people look at me, and I feel this need to tell them, that's not my fault. I'm not supporting that guy. I didn't vote for him. I'm sorry." It's embarrassing to be an American right now.
Some FAFO stores, because that is basically the only thing that is keeping me going right now. So there's nothing more I love than f***ing around and finding out. So we have some family members who recently, this past year, switched to Obamacare, and they switched to Obamacare even though they had previously said that he was a Muslim and a communist and that his healthcare plan sucked. But they switched to it because they were doing this Christian healthcare plan in which everyone pays in and everyone gets the same amount. And the guy was like, it's not fair that someone who's making a bunch of money has to pay the same for their health insurance as I do when I don't make a bunch of money. And it's like, oh, damn, but you're so close. You're so close. You're right there. Anyways, so they switched to Obamacare, and now it's looking like with all these executive orders and things, there are talks of people losing that health care and them not being qualified if they signed up for it in the past year, which they have signed up for it in the past year. And aren't we just so sad for them? So sad. But it's almost like you f***ed around and now you're finding out.
Donald Trump won the presidential election. Are you more excited or concerned?
I'm excited. I think he's going to cure cancer.
Really? What makes you think that?
I'm going to help him.
Okay. How are you going to do that?
I'm going to pray a lot and paint my truck pink with the purple stripe with the number 3, because apparently pink is just for breast cancer. I do like saving the tatas, but I got a couple mothers with cancer, so I want something that just represents all cancer. Pink, purple stripe, number 3 means I love cancer. I don't know what it does. I just love the people that have it because I've been there, I feel it, I'm praying for them.
The Heritage Foundation has done it again, y'all. Check out this lovely little article that I found the other day and prepare to be as angry as I was reading it. This article was written by J.P. Green, Ph.D., a senior research fellow at the Heritage Foundation, and Lindsay Burke, Ph.D., director of the Center for Education Policy, also at the Heritage Foundation. And let's not forget, the Heritage Foundation is the think tank responsible for developing Project 2025. Now, this lovely piece of work is talking about how they can restore fertility rates in America, because we want to boost the population, right? They really want people to have families and have more children and do it at a younger age. And here's how they plan to go about doing that. They say we need to consider how existing government programs may be suppressing fertility rates and how reforming or eliminating those programs could make a significant difference. I was quite shocked to find out that those government programs that they were talking about are education, higher education to be exact. So here the article states people are more likely to have children if they start having families earlier and if they have religious convictions that make them think differently about the costs and benefits of raising children. And yet, current education policies push people to delay having families until they are much older and impose barriers to accessing religious education, both of which significantly reduce fertility rates. Oh yeah, that was the second thing, access to religious education. They say U.S. higher education policies provide enormous incentives for more people to attend universities, take longer to complete their degrees, select degrees with negative returns on investment, and pursue advanced degrees at much higher rates than if we did not have such programs. In particular, highly subsidized student loans encourage more people to enroll and remain in higher education longer than they would if they fully bore the cost of their schooling. You know, I just think this is one of the many reasons they want to dismantle the Department of Education, because among the other things that the Department of Education does, it administers federal student loan programs and federal student aid. Yeah, those things. Oh, and they say education policy also suppresses fertility by discouraging parents from choosing religious education in K through 12 schools. Children who receive a religious education, they're more likely to hold stronger religious beliefs when they grow up. And adults who are more strongly attached to religion tend to have many more children, and that is the point. And they say religious something appears to encourage fertility by altering the cost-benefit calculations of having children. See, religious people see stronger benefits in having children and are less bothered by its expense, allowing religious parents more easily to redirect their limited funds away from other types of consumption and toward larger families, because that's what we want. More young people going into greater debt just to have larger families for the United States of America. But here's a real kicker. They ended the article with this statement. Just as the best way to stop getting deeper in a hole is to stop digging, the best way to promote fertility is to stop the government programs that discourage having babies. The first two policies we could discontinue are those that push people to remain in school longer than they otherwise would, and those that burden religious beliefs that make having babies more likely. So let's push these young women into families and marriages when they're very young. And we don't want them to continue going to college to get higher education and degrees and to learn how to fend for themselves and take care of themselves and learn what it is to be an independent woman and know that you don't need a man in your life. I don't want to need a man that I cannot survive without. I want to be able to survive without a man, but choose to have a man in my life because I don't want to live without them. Those are two very different things. And that is what I think many young people are realizing today. And I am all for it.
I just want to be clear about this. Sending an invading army into the Holy Land on a path of conquest is literal antichrist shit. Like, this is anti-Christ. Like, this is Book of Revelations, okay? Battle of Armageddon and antichrist bullshit. Dude, this is straight up he checked off every fucking book, and not one of these fucking Baptist fucking big strong fucking preachers wanted to get up and be like, oh yeah, no, this man is the fucking Antichrist. He is going to do a ethnic cleansing. He said that we are going to occupy and invade that place because, quote, it's not safe enough for the people there. So those people gotta leave because there's too many bombs laying around. He said it while standing next to the dude who dropped all the bombs. And that dude was smiling ear to ear as he listened to President Demon just be like, yeah, we're gonna send the military in there and we're gonna rebuild it. We're gonna dig. It's on the water. Beachfront. The land's great. It's the people who are terrible. This will fix everything. Everybody in the Middle East agrees with me. Oh yeah, but you think everyone there's, oh buddy. So many people told me that they voted for him because he was anti-war, and he's about to kick off fucking Armageddon, dude. So fucking end times. Holy. Oh, you know what? Enjoy this Super Bowl party this weekend, y'all, because it might be the last one.
This pro-Trump supporter, a MAGA at that, narrated a story of her not being hired because she's MAGA. Take a listen and let me know down in the comments if you believe her story.
Y'all ready for a good laugh? Buckle up, bitches. Backstory. I always have my stuff up on Indeed because, listen, I'm smart. If the right opportunity comes, I will take it, okay? Because you just never know. And I would be a great asset to any company if they're paying the right money. You know what I mean? Not to mention I have a degree in things. So, I mean, why not? Why not have it up there? So every now and then companies will reach out and be like, hey, well, we're interested. So this one reached out to me and they were like, hey, I'm interested, blah, blah, blah. Will you apply? This was like a week ago. I was like, all right, whatever. And they were offering a really good amount of money. So I was like, okay, all right. And it was remote. So, okay. So I went ahead and applied. I got an email today. Buckle up. Buckle the up. I didn't even know that they would go and look for my social media. Now, I first want to tell you, they asked me to send a video, okay? So I did like this whole video interview, it wasn't even an interview, a video introduction of myself. It had to be 4 to 6 minutes long.
I nailed it. Like, I nailed it. Like, because after that, they even wrote me back an email being like, oh, blah, blah, we're moving on to the next steps. Anyways, I got an email today. Let me just show it to you. Dear Melinda, I hope this message finds you well. I wanted to extend my gratitude for your interest in the social media manager role. I'm not going to tell you the company because I'm scared I'm going to get sued. I ain't about that. It was a pleasure to learn more about your impressive background and expertise in marketing, and we want to thank you for your service to our country. Oh, okay. Well, let's see where this is going. Your skills and experiences stood out to us, and we truly believe that your marketing acumen could have been a significant asset to our team. Okay, could have been. So then I'm like, oh, what more do we have here? Let me see. However, after careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with another candidate for this position. Okay, that's fine. I mean, I'm not out here like needing one. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay. I'm all right. But it goes on, okay? Okay, they have listen, buckle up. During our review process, we came across some of your public social media posts that express political views. Okay, so you went on my TikTok. Okay, tell me more. Come on, I want to know more. Okay, while we respect your right to express yourself, we have chosen to prioritize a candidate whose online presence aligns more closely with our company's public image and values. Okay, so you ain't a MAGA. Just say it, baby. Just say it. For future opportunities, especially in a high-paying marketing role, we highly recommend reviewing and possibly refining your social media presence to ensure it aligns with the expectations of potential employers. We sincerely appreciate the time and effort you invested in the application process and wish you very best in your career endeavors. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions or need further feedback. Thank you once again for considering a career with us. Okay, Ryan. You think I needed your feedback? Hold on, but Petty Betty came back. All right, hold on a second. Ryan, this is fresh. This is just now. Okay, it's 1:58, so this is fresh. Listen, thank you for your recent communication regarding my application for the social media manager position at Blase. While I appreciate your feedback, I must express my disappointment with your decision-making criteria. As you are aware, we live in a free country where individuals are entitled to express their political views. My social media presence is a personal platform and does not reflect my professional capabilities or the value I can bring to a company. The role I applied for was centered on marketing expertise, an area where I am confident in my ability to excel and contribute significantly. It is unfortunate that my personal views have overshadowed my professional qualifications in your assessment. Thank you for not hiring me. I would not wish to be part of a company that does not support diverse perspectives, including the values of making America great again. I wish you all the best in your future endeavors. Sincerely, Petty Betty. Listen, I cannot listen. Not today. Not today.
All right, good people, welcome back to the channel. And what amazes me is why didn't these Trump voters didn't see this from the first place? Because Trump has been lying all along. Trump has been lying since 2017, 2020. This guy lied. He kept on lying to you. And when they say that they are beginning to realize the negative consequences of their votes, and particularly concerning the economy, this shift in sentiment highlights the disconnect between the expectations and reality. Like, how couldn't you people see this? This guy was literally lying to your faces. This guy was lying, man. And they are increasingly aware of the economic impact of his policies, especially tariffs and deportations. And these actions are contributing to, of course, to rising prices and discontent among his supporters. And some of these supporters are really making me wonder, like, how people can be so ignorant. Like, you guys were carrying placards written mass deportations, all right? And then right now you're telling me that you didn't see this. How couldn't you see this? Of course you knew that these immigrants are the ones working in the farms, are the ones working in the construction companies, are the ones working in the restaurants. So if these people get deported, I mean, these people were given cheap labor, and if they get deported, automatically the prices will go high, inflation will increase. And Trump was literally lying into your faces. He told you that his first in office, he will do away with inflation. But guess what happened? Trump shitting on your faces, guys. You know, consumer sentiment has notably decreased, and with a significant drop recorded in the University of Michigan surveys, this decline reflects growing concerns about inflation and overall economy. Of course, I've told you that inflation will increase, right? Inflation expectations surged unexpectedly, making a rare 1-point jump within a month. This increase in inflation outlook is causing further anxiety among consumers regarding their financial future, right? Right now, you can be working even up to 3 jobs, right? But you can't even manage to cater for yourself, cater for your family, cater for your loved ones, because the apartments are shitty. You can't even you can't even have a decent living. All right, the university university fees are so high. You can't even cater for that, right? And everything is messing up. The economy is crumbling, right? Donald Trump's economic policies, particularly mass deportations and tariffs, are predicted to worsen inflation and consumer prices. I've talked about this. These effects have caused concern among his own supporters, revealing discord. Of course, some of them are coming online here on TikTok, on YouTube, on Facebook and Instagram, telling us, "Oh, I'm leaving MAGA. I'm leaving MAGA. I'm quitting MAGA. Trump was lying to us." Yes, Trump was lying to you, but you didn't see that, man. Economists across the spectrum warn that Trump's approach will negatively impact the economy, all right, leading to higher costs of consumers. This sentiment highlights the potential of widespread financial strain. My pockets are empty. I can't even buy food. I can't even afford a pizza. I can't even... Yes, you signed up for that. Stop telling us that you didn't sign up for that, man. Right? Paul Bison, a Trump voter, expressed dissatisfaction with market chaos resulting from Trump's policies. And it's not Mr. Paul Bison only. It's almost all the MAGA supporters. Coming here, you force them, the speakers, how they are complaining, right? And despite Trump's frequent dishonesty on various issues, his stance on tariffs has remained the same. This guy is saying that, oh, if it is manufactured in America, then we don't have to put tariffs on it. This response has not shielded him from criticism from his supporters who feel misled. Of course, even if you remove tariffs on goods that are manufactured in America, they don't believe in you anymore. They don't, of course, right? Voters cannot claim they were unaware of Donald Trump's tariffs, and he openly stated his intentions. And by them ignoring this information reflects a lack of informed decision making among these voters. So many. I can say one thing about Trump's voters and supporters and the MAGA supporters at large. They voted out of emotions. They didn't want Latinos in America. They didn't want black people to have equal opportunities with white people in America. They didn't want to see the LGBTQ community living in America. Of course, I don't support LGBTQ community. I don't want to talk about that. But they didn't want, of course, this LGBTQ community in America. So they went out like, yo, we're voting America. We're voting for Trump. We want to make America great again. See now. Many Trump voters expressed frustrations about tariffs impacting their finances. However, they were won't repeat about the consequences of these these policies during the campaign. I don't feel any sympathy for these guys because this is what you guys signed up for. And I went through some of the comments, you know, and Lord Frey Real Estate 8302 was saying that you chose the economy for human rights, and guess what? Now you have neither, right? Sweeney 12235 was saying that I read a story about a farmer who voted for Trump and he regrets voting for Trump, but he didn't have time to research Trump and the things he said on Harris. How hard is it to research? As an American, it's your responsibility to research the candidates. I got this. Yes. Right. And Nedzilla 345 was saying that where were these people in the rallies? He literally said that he didn't care about them. He just wanted their vote. And they waved their arms with joy. We are voting for Trump. Alright guys, this is Awakened Africa and I'm your host Bemu. I don't want you to take on this, but let us have a conversation in the comments, of course. But if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing, because that one subscribe will take me somewhere. I'm on my journey to 100 subscribers right now. And then if you've already done that, leave a like, comment, and of course share. Don't forget to turn on post notifications so that anytime you post a new video, you get notified and get to watch it the very first person. So Awakened Africa, I'm your host Bemu. Peace out.